So the French way to say macaron, it's macaron. I'm David Holder, so I have the great pleasure to be the owner and president of Ladurée. Ladurée that just start in Hong Kong now for 4 days, just opening his first branch in Hong Kong. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very happy to see so many customers around us today. It has taken quite a lot of time to come to Hong Kong, but it's always a matter of meeting the right people and being at the right place at the right time. So, everything starts from France 150 years ago. So the international expansion only started in 2005, so we started in Tokyo 4 years ago. And Hong Kong was, of course, one of my preferred destinations, but I had to find the right people. As being the brand that created the macarons, as being one of the oldest, if not the oldest, pastry branch in France, in Paris. And I think this is something that does not exist in Hong Kong. And I think that from the experience we have outside, in Paris, of course, outside of Paris, people coming from this region of the world, they are our preferred customers. So I think they were waiting for the opening of Ladurée in Hong Kong. When they come to Ladurée, they want to have exactly the same, that the experience, the dream they have in Paris coming at Ladurée, which means that from what you've seen today, it's precisely the same than if you were in Paris. Of course, it's going to happen a time when we're going to create, and sometimes I try to do it, to take inspiration of something which is typically from Hong Kong, as for a fragrance, a taste, a fruit, whatever. For example, New York was with cinnamon and raisin, which is something very typical, which we created for New York, starting in New York and then over the world. My favorite flavor is orange blossom. That is not existing anymore, because we have some macarons which are full year, and some macarons come only seasonal. So the orange blossom is going to come back in December. So I'm waiting for. What makes the specificity of Ladurée, makes that the macarons, of course, has a very unique taste, and it's made both of the texture of the macaron and the taste, of the macarons, which is very unique at Ladurée, which is one of the secrets we have, which I don't tell you. In Paris, 20 years ago, the macarons was only at Ladurée. Now you see macarons all over the world because we launch, the macarons as being, every pastryman makes macarons because it's like an institution of the pastry. But at the time, Ladurée has only 4 perfumes of macarons. I've been remembered, the first time, of course, because I tasted the macaron was in 1985. The first time I was arriving in Paris to make my university at Paris. And we used to go at Ladurée Royale because there were only one shop, and we went there every week. And of course, I remember the first time I had macaron, I said, wow, not having the idea that one day it could become my home.